right, gunfighters, let's get all gather around. Let's get this show on the road.
Start off with a flag. Oh, we got no flag. Ah, shit. Oh. That's my favorite. Rush me and just say. Hands off, everybody. Pledge allegiance to the flag. All right. Looks like we got some seasoned veterans here. We got one new guy. He's shot with us once before. We don't know who this guy is here. He can just go back home. He's an escapee from Rayford. So two new guys, Cherokee Bill and Tizo, Kansas Kid. I'll get it right one of these times. Just give them an extra hand, make sure they're all the rules and they're learning from us. There will be a hangman format.
This time count now, right?
Yeah, well he's shooting below time anyway. That's right.
But what about the kid?
The kid, his both counts and everything. I mean, oh, there you go. You're just going to count. Your time is 3.0, so anything above 3.0 you lose. But remember, watch 170. Make sure everybody's safe. Let's have some fun. First round's already drawn, so we call it out. All right, anybody got any announcements? Any announcements? No? Let's go. All right.
So we're going to need an announcer over here. On the line, I should have Johnny Creekside, lane 1, Easy Money, lane 2, Crazy May, lane 3, Gypsy Girl, 4, Hummingbird's on 5, and S-Man's on 6. That's my shooters. Johnny Creekside 1, Easy Money 2, Crazy May 3, Gypsy Girl 4, Hummingbird 5, and S-Man on 6. Hand judges, I need Dead on Daisy on 1, the Mantizo Kid on 2. Kansas. I'll get it right one this time. It'll take me a little while. I need Smokey Bear on 3, Mindy on 4, Kid Bacon on 5, and Sour Match Kid on 6. Those are my hand judges. Dead on Daisy 1, and Kansas Kid 2, Smokey Bear 3, Mindy 4, Kid Bacon 5, Sour Match Kid on 6. Yeah, and anybody that hasn't signed these birthday cards over here can come over and get my signature, please. When the
Bird. I'll need a range master.
I got it.
Mom's got range.
Where's my crazy man? Right away. I was watching out for that. I got like the beaver. I
ready to sit down. Lines ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got a 769 on 4.
Line is ready.
All right, here comes your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 1046 on 3. We're going to chip away here one peg at a time.
All set? Okay. Line is ready.
Here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 381 on 2 and a 783 on 4. Earliest scores are not to 1, 1 to 2, not to 9.
Line is ready.
Here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 421 on 1, nothing on 2 and 3, a 788 on 4. That is shot and wind to the Gypsy Girl. Nothing on 5 and a 525 on 6.
Three and 4 threes. Place for 1, 2, 5, 6. Line ready.
There you go, fighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 406 on 1. It's not that 426 on 2. Nothing else across the board. Scores on 1 and 2 are 2 to 2. 5 and 6 is not to 1, and this is shot 6.
2 to 1 on 1 and 2.
Yeah, 2 to 1. I'm only 1 right now.
Right. That's right. Line's ready.
Gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1 with a 415 on 2. Tying that score up 2 to 2. Nothing else across the board till you get a 545 on 6, making that score not to 2.
Line is ready.
Here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got nothing on 1 and 2. We got a 415 on 5. Squeaking ahead of that 525 on 6. Scores are 2 to 2, 1 to 2.
Nice shot down there, Hummingbird.
Line is ready.
Gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .367 on 1. That's going to require a pitcher down there, I think. We got a 431 on 1, but a hand in the air.
Hold on before you reset that.
Hands up good.
I'm waiting for the photo op down there.
Good hit.
We got a good hit on 5, 431, tying that score up 2 to 2.
Hold the big ready.
That was shot in the wind at Johnny Creekside, by the way.
1 and 2 freeze. Place for 5 and 6. Line ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got nothing on 5, beaten by the 537 on 6. Shot into the yes man. Our shooters are in place.
Hands up, guns down range, roll the targets.
And judges, come to the line. JD Derringer on 1, Slow on 2, Lone Horse on 3, Cherokee Bill on 4, Blue Hawk on 5, Sharpshooter Sarah on 6. Again, hand judges to the line. JD Derringer on 1, Slow on 2, Lone Horse 3, Cherokee Bill 4, Blue Hawk 5, Sharpshooter Sarah on 6. That leaves in the hole S Lady, Smoke Wagon Kid, Blazing Bob, Crazy K, Little Smoky. And I need an announcer.
The other dealer at that.
Okay, looks like we got everything we need up in here. Load make ready.
Load make ready, command has been given.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it. Listen, when I stand up, you'll know.
Okay, hand judges are down. Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 2, 3, or 4. 536 on 5 and nothing on 6.
That's never happened. I didn't charge you.
That is a plus.
You're the first guy would ever shoot. Just draw his hand.
Okay, line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 1188 on 1, nothing on 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Scores are 1 to not to not, 1 to not.
Line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1 or 2. 595 on 3. 531 on 4. Nothing on 5. 425 on 6.
Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 937 on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3 or 4, or 5, 470 on 6. Scores are 2 to not, 2 to 1, I mean not to 1, 1 to 2.
Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. On 1, nothing on 2, shot and win 2, hit on Daisy, 626 on 3, no hit on 4, 477 on 5, nothing on 6. Scores are 1 to 1, 2 to 2.
2 freeze, left 3, 4, 5, 6, line ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, on 2 or 3, 565 on 4, nothing on 5 or 6.
Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 3, 578 on 4, shot and win to Mindy. Nothing on 5 or 6.
Win 4, please. Select 5 and 6. Line ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
That's the right guy.
No hits. Scores are 7 deaths.
Shot coming up. Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits.
Should be the 10th shot coming up. Okay? That's correct. And what's the score up in here again? Alright, come on, 4 minutes wait. Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits.
Nothing late. Line ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .485 on 5, nothing on 6. Shot and win 2. Hit bacon.
Hands up, guns down range.
Spider's been breeding in it for over a year. Rats been using it for a nest. Well, gun work, ammo work.
Gonna need a range master.
We need a range master.
Gypsy
Here are
has
your hand judges. JD Derringer on 1, Slow on 2, Lone Horse on 3, Cherokee Bill on 4, Blue Hawk on 5, and Sharpshooter Sarah on 6. Hand judges. JD Derringer on 1, Slow on 2, Lone Horse on 3, Cherokee Bill on 4, Blue Hawk on 5, and Sharpshooter Sarah on 6. Hand judges. S Lady on 1, Smoke Wagon Kid on 2, Blazing Bob on 3, Crazy K on 4, Little Smokey on 5, and we're gonna need a volunteer for 6. And we're gonna need an announcer.
Oh, see, I'm gonna hold you to that one. Hold on. When you beat me, you walk off the line.
Come on, Crazy.
All right, I have shooters and hand judges. Let's load and make ready.
Load and make ready has been given.
Okay.
All right, hand judges are down. The line is ready.
Alright, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing 1 and 2. Got 1036 on 3. Beats out the nothing on 4. 971 on 5 beats the 1503 on 6. Hands off guns.
Down range 3 and 4, please. All right, check your guns. Everybody loaded? There's, yeah, there's stuff. Just wanted to make sure.
Ready?
All right, the line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got nothing on 1, a 482 on 2, nothing 3 and 4. Got a 987 on 5 for their second peg, and nothing on 6. So early scores, not to 1, 1 to 9, 2 to 9.
All right, the line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got nothing on 1, 487 on 2. Got 1166 on 3, nothing on 4. The 1050 on 5 beats the 1579 on 6 for shot win to the Blue Hawk.
Empty show clear, 5 and 6. All right, 5 and 6, you can freeze. This light's for 1 through 4, and the line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 430 on 1, no hit on 2. 1130 on 3, no hit on 4. Shot win the Lone Horse.
Okay, 3 and 4, empty show clear. And 3 and 4, freeze. This light's for 1 and 2. The line is ready.
And the score is 1 to 2 down there on 1 and 2. Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. For 11 on 1, nothing on 2. We are now tied 2 to 2, sudden death.
All right, the line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 456 on 1 beats the 509 on 2. Got to win the J.P. Derringer.
Yeah, I'm a winner, alright.
All right, I'm gonna need 5 volunteer hand judges, please. If you just shot, please turn around and hand judge. On the line, I should have this lady on 1, Smoke Wagon Kid on 2, Ladies and Bob on 3, Crazy K on 4, Little Smokey on 5. 3, 4, and 5, you are a 5 round.
We're all inside the boat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they were in that box. And I knew if I fucking right, you would leave me alone.
Slow, you stay there hand judging, right?
Yeah, sure.
JD, you too, please. Thank you.
This is our lap. We have a buy round?
Yes.
Okay.
3, 4, and 5 are by rounds.
Okay. All right, I have shooters and I have hand judges. Let's load, make ready.
Load and make ready has been given.
And hand judges are down. The line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. All right, nothing 1 and 2. We got a 681 on 3, the 349 on 4. Beats them all out. We got a 1503 on 5.
Step off that line. Hot shot.
He come up, he come over to me, said that he's gonna hit 350 per shot.
All right, well, we're gonna move, Smokey right over here. All right, we're gonna note the hits on 3 and 4. Load if you need to. Load if you need to. Yeah, he got the trophy at home.
Him and Enoch.
All right, hand judges are down, the line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. All right, we got a 690 on 1, no hit on 2. We got a 641 on 3, beats out the 1591 on 4. So 1 to knock, 1 to knock.
All right, the line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $722 on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3, and a $15.95 on 4. So 2 to knock, 1 to 1. All right, let's go.
The line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Six 39 on 2, beats out 1455 on 4. So 2 to 1, 2 to 1.
All right, the line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 664 on 1, not quite fast enough. That 436 on 2, nothing on 3. 1782 on 4. We are now tied across the board. 2 to 2, 2 to 2, sudden death.
All right.
Next blinking light, moves to the cash.
Got it. Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
From everybody hit the nose.
Nobody hit. You can't get a reprieve, Bob. You've been partying for the moment.
Now, Bob.
Take a deep breath, everybody. All right, the line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1, 468 on 2 for shot win.
Longhorns! Did you pitch his butt?
750 on 3, 1648 on 4, shot win. The blaze and pop. And that concludes round 1. Stay tuned for the drawing.
Hands up, guns down range.
Just when you thought you were out of the woods.
Down range, yeah. You see it?
I see it, I saw it.
Easy.
You wait.
See, he told you you wait.
Come here, Slide.
Hey, Gypsy.
Yeah.
That point is a little high.
Okay.
Like to get them on.
Just, okay.
Need another light? You got a light? You need a light? Oh, look for the vertically impaired.
It wasn't bad, it was annoying.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness. It was right time.
All the time isn't bad.
Yeah, but
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Round 2. I need S Lady on 1, Cherokee Bill on 2. Slow, you're on 3, Crazy Maze on 4. Hummingbird's on 5, and the Matanzas Kid is on 6. All right.
Maybe you can tell you.
All right, that's shooting. I got S Lady on 1, Cherokee Bill on 2, Slow 3, Crazy Maze 4, Hummingbird 5, and the Matanzas Kid on 6. Hand judges, so I'm going to get an announcer. I need Easy Money on 1, Sharpshooter Sarah on 2, Sarah Mouse on 3, Smoky Bear 4, Little Smoky 5, and Gypsy Girl on 6. Those are my hand judges. Easy Money 1, Sharpshooter Sarah on 2, you're shooting on 6.
I got lucky.
Sarah Mouse Kid on 3, Smoky Bear 4, Little Smoky 5, Gypsy Girl 6. So I need an announcer over here.
Here, you got the range?
I got the range.
Okay, thank you.
You're right now. Well, that's all right with you, Bob. All right, man. Shooters. We have hand judges. Looks like everybody's ready to go. Loading my grades.
Move me, raise me, give me.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Got a 7 flat on 1, beats out that 1025 on 2. 991 on 3.
Let me hear it. Come on.
Nothing on 5 with a 1088 on 6. So did you run down and touch the target? I'm just sleeping there.
Get that gun out. All right, gunfighters, here we go.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $673 on 1, no answer on 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Lines are
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got nothing on 1, 2, 3, or 4. We got a 447 on 5. Nothing on 6. 2 to not. 1 to not. 1 to 1.
all right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $701 on one, beats out that $1187 on two for shot and win to S Lady. You got nothing on three with a $982 on four.
Hey,
Nothing on five, nothing on six.
back in the 991.
So you might want to go back to those nines.
Yeah, right, no lie. If you go have to do the faster,
We're all done on one and two. 3 and 4 is 1 to 1, and 5 and 6 is 1 to 1.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Slide is fused, line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on three with a 1143 on four. Nothing 5 or 6.
Blinking you to death, bro. Blinking you to death.
That was the second need she just took out.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna put one right between the eyes and next shot.
Alright, gunfighters, here we go. Wait,
She's not ready to kill me yet.
Alright, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $516 on three. Nothing on 3, 4, or 5, or 4, 5, and 6. Ties them up 2 to 2.
Me and you got the same problem. You're sitting down and up. Got the same thing. Do you want to get it hard to do that? Alright, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got a 560 on three that edges out that 1547 on four for a shot and win to Slow. Nothing on 5, nothing on 6. And the score is 1 to 1.
Alright, 3 and 4, 3.
Shot 8 coming up.
Line is 6. Line is fused, line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 5 with an 839 on 6. Change that up 1 to 2.
Come on, Bird, straight back here.
Alright, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No hits. Shot number 10 coming up.
Alright, gunfighters, here we go.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No hits. That's going to be shot win. Let's hit this kid. Just hands up, and you're gonna step up to the line. We got Easy on 1, Sharpshooter Sarah on 2, Sour Mash on 3, Smoky Bear on 4, Little Smoky on 5, and Gypsy Girl on 6. Our hand judge is gonna be JD Derringer on 1 with Slow. Nope, hold on. Dead on Daisy on 1 with Crazy K on 2. Johnny Creekside on 3 with Blazing Bob on 4. Lindy on 5 with Blue Hawk on 6. These are the hand judges. Dead on Daisy on 1, Crazy K on 2, Johnny Creekside on 3 with Blazing Bob on 4, Mindy on 5 with Blue Hawk on 6. Gonna need an announcer.
I'm the new guy, boy. I'm the new guy.
Texas.
Whose hand does that?
This your ammo?
I'm hand judging. I don't know who
Who's the shooter on?
the shooter is. You're the shooter on 6.
Oh, right here. Sorry. Being an announcer.
Hey. You done a boo-boo too.
Yep.
All right. I have shooters. I have hand judges. Load and make ready.
Load and make ready. Command has been given.
All right. My hand judges are down. Line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 2, or 3. 6 on 1 on 4. Nothing on 5 or 6.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 13, 46 on 2. Nothing on 3 or 4 or 5. 518 on 6. Scores are not to 1, not to 1, not to 1.
Yeah. It's overtime.
Overtime on
Over. Overtime on 2.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits, 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or 5. 836 on 6. Scores are not to not to 1, not to 2.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1. Overtime on 2. Nothing on 3. 590 on 4. Nothing on 13. 26 on 5. Nothing on 6.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1. 12. 54 on 2. 4.
That's overtime.
Overtime on 2. 435 on 3. Nothing on 626 on 4. Nothing on 5. 881 on 6. Shot over Dixie Girl.
All right, 5 and 6, freeze. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This line is for you. The line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hit on 1. Overtime on 2. This is shot 7 coming up.
All you gotta do is get one underneath that number.
Okay, just one.
All right, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, overtime on 2.
Oh, point 3. All you gotta do is get 1250.
You're almost there. You're nipping at it. You got it.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1 or 2. 451 on 3. 648 on 4. Scores are not to not.
All right, we only got 2
Sudden death on 3 and 4.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Four on 2 on 1. 12 overtime on 2.
Hand up on 1.
Step on 1. Nothing on 3 and 4.
All right, hands off done. Downrange.
Bounce back. Yeah, it's got to be a bounce back.
No hit on 1.
No hit on 1.
Snap for a bounce back.
This is
All
shot
right,
10.
check your gun.
Good.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. The line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1. 1162 on 2. Nothing on 3. 595 on 4. Shot and Smoky Bear.
That shot went her, wasn't it?
Scores are 1 to not.
No. The shot went to her.
Oh, shot went to Sharpshooter Sarah.
All right, hands off gun. Downrange roll.
Thank you, Belle Blue.
You look over there, actually.
He's trying to beat that time. Well, there's that.
Alright, your hand to start. Mindy on 1, Blue Hawk on.
No, we're shooting.
Okay. Here are your hand judges. S-Man on 1, JD Danger on 2, Smoke Wagon Kid on 3, Kid Bacon on 4, and Lone Horse on 5. And then 1 volunteer hand judge for 6, and an announcer.
Don't need a range, master.
Alright, shooters and hand judges, let's load and make ready.
Load and make ready. Have it good. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got 939 on 1, nothing on 2. Got 439 on 3, nothing on 4. 822 on 5, nothing on 6. Odd numbers. Got a hand up on 5.
Alright, hands up, guys.
Hold on, young guy.
Okay, that's good. Let me know. Hands off, guys.
All right, we're good.
Isn't it in the light?
Okay. No.
We're good.
Alright, he says it's a bounce back, so we're good. Alright, check him if you need to.
No hit on 5. Alright, we're going to take that pick back.
Go ahead, low, check if you need to.
Time's about, well, I can't shoot that fast.
Alright, hand judges are down. This line is ready.
Alright, gunfighter, check your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And the little bit home, that's lane 6 down here with a 985. Early scores, 1 not, 1 not 1.
Alright, the line is ready.
And here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And that's going forward. 56. So, 1 knot, 1 to 1, and not 1.
Hand judges are down. The line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $946 on 1, nothing on 2 and 3. $644 on 4, nothing on 5, and $1053 on 6. So 2 to not, 1 to 2, and not to 2.
Put something on the plate. Alright, the line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Up at 1, 2, or 3. We got a 675 on 4. Got win. Raise and Bob. We got 611 on 5. Each to 1062 on 6. The 3 and 4 is done. 1 and 2, it's 2 not. 5 and 6, it's 1 and 2.
Alright, 3 and 4 freeze. Lights for 1, 2, 5, and 6, and the line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Ooh, 871, dude.
We got a 922 on 1. We got by 3. 4 on 2. Nothing 3 and 4. We got 568 on 5. Each to 871 on 6. So we're 2 to 1, and then we're 2 to 2. One down here on 5 and 6.
Alright.
But you're hitting the plate.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $935 on 1. Beat out by the 359 on 2. So they're tied on 2 to 2 sudden death. Another on 5 and 9. And 3 on 2.
Okay, where are we sudden death on 1 and 2? aren't we?
Yes, we are sudden death 2 2.
Alright, sudden death down here on 1 and 2. Alright, the line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 4 on 1, nothing on 2. Got and win. So. Dead on Daisy. Alright, if you just shot 1 through 5, if you can turn around and be a hand judge, please. There'll be 5 volunteer hand judges.
Are we good? On Okay, hands off guns, turn 6. Nice finish, girl. Taking down that
Take care of me like I'm on well. This really doesn't work with Egyptian. I'm coming down and I'm gonna move these over.
Yeah, that's too far to go.
It started last time out there.
Oh, okay. We got a buy round here, 3, 4, and 5. And I need a hand judge on 3, please.
Need one more hand judge. Oh, we got one coming. Move on. Go.
All right, I have shooters and hand judges. Let's load and make ready.
Load and make ready. Has been given.
All right, hand judges are down. The line is ready.
All right, gunfighters. Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And no hits 1 3. We got 417 on 3. No hit on 4 and 1102 on 5. So, Smokeback Kid wins the buy round.
Kevin had to go to the line. All right, kid, back in. Yes, I want you. No. I want everybody has to shoot. All right.
Oh, my stomach there.
Load if you need to. Check your weapons. Load if you need to. We're gonna note the hit on 3.
No hit on lane 3.
All right, the line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $9.85 on lane 1. On 2, 3, or 4.
All right, the line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 582 on 3. Be out by 444 on 2. Nothing on 3 and a 10. 44 on 4. So 1 to 1 and not to 1.
The line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 518 on 1. You got 2 on 3. You got 10, 17 on 4. 2 to 1. 2 to 3.
All right, the line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. It's 495 on 1. You're out by that 423 on 2. You're now tied 2 to 7.
Well, that was from the buy round.
So 998 on 4. Nothing on 3. Shot win the lone horse.
3, 4, and 2 show clear.
2
All
sub
right, sunset. All right, the line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Yours, set. Five 18 on 1, beat out by 4. 4 3 on 2. Got win to JD there. Round 2. Alright, here we go. Round 3. Shooters, I need S-Man on 1, Hummingbird on 2. Cherokee Bill on 3, Kid Bacon on 4. I need Mindy on 5 and Sour Dash Kid on 6. That's S-Man 1, Hummingbird 2, Cherokee Bill 3, Kid Bacon 4. Mindy 5 and Sour Dash on 6. Hand judges, I need Easy Money on 1. So that means I need an announce up here. Crazy K on 2, Johnny Creek side 3, Crazy May on 4. Bill Smokies on 5 and No Horse Bill on 6. That's hand judges. Easy Money 1, Crazy K 2. Johnny Creek side 3, Crazy May 4. Bill Smokies 5 and No Horse 6.
Everybody can stand easy.
I told him to be quiet.
Ladies and Bob is your rings master.
You got that right.
Right, Elvis?
And we can load and make ready.
Load and make ready command has been given. All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. I don't know what to say.
Line is ready.
All right, Cowboys, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 506 on 1, nothing on 2, 3, and 4. We got a 508 on 5, beaten by the 429 on 6.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 516 on 1, nothing on 2, 3, and 4 with a 514 on 5. Find that score of 1 to 1. Early scores of 2 to 0, 0 to 0, 1 to 1. This is shot 4.
Hands off guns. Alright, hold on.
If there was anything.
Hands off guns.
Hands off guns.
No hit on 5.
No hit on 5. Take that hit away.
Load them if you need to. If not. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1 with a 418 on 2. 1011 on 3. Nothing on 4 with a 506 on 5. Nothing on 6. They're making those scores 2 to 1. 1 to 0, 1 to 1.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 481 beaten by the 428 on 2. Nothing else across the board. We got ourselves a gunfight on 1 and 2. This is shot number 6. Scores of 2 to 2, 1 to 0, 1 to 1.
Line is ready.
Gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 505 on 1, nothing on 2, that's shot and wind S man. Nothing on 3 and 4 with a 499 on 5, nothing on 6. Scores on 3 and 4 is 1 to 0. On 5 and 6 is 2 to 1.
1 and 2 freeze. Slice 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Sounds like a 4-gun salute. Into the air. Nothing behind it. Gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got nothing on 3, 4, and 5 with a 449 on 6. Time that score up 2 to 2. Scores are 1 to 0, 2 to 2. This is shot 9.
Line is ready.
All right, Cowboys, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 1173 on 3, making that score 2 to 0. Going into shot 10, so that is Shot and Win to Cherokee Bill. We got a 523 on 5. That is Shot and Win to Mendy.
Unload so clear. Indoor guns downrange.
Alright, my hand judges to the line. Montanza Skid on 1. Sharpshooter Sarah on 2. Smokey Bear on 3. S Lady on 4. Blue Hawk on 5. Gypsy Girl on 6.
Anybody need the restroom?
The restroom bus is leaving the station. Alright, our scorekeeper's leaving. Hey, hold up, slow!
Whoa!
We have another guest on the potty train. Yes, ladies on 4.
Smokey Bear's on 3, S Lady's on 4.
Daisy.
And I need a scorekeeper if anybody's close by and capable.
Down here. Just step in for me and I'll score. Thank you.
Okay, you said we got everybody we need up here except us. Go to make the money!
Load to make ready command has been given.
We got heavy hitters on 1 and 2.
That's the one. Ready, Kenny?
All right, gunfighters. Hand judges the down. This line is ready.
Alright, Cowboys, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got a 13:51 on 5. Overtime. Nope, sorry. Yep, sorry. 10:22 on 6. I can't see it yet. She disappeared.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got a 15:09 on 4. Nothing on 5 with a 10:61 on 6. Early scores not to 1, not to 2.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 380 on 1, beaten by the 356 on 2. Nothing on 3, 4, and 5. We got a 1034 on 6. That's Shot and Win to Lone Horse.
Okay, 5 and 6 freeze. Slice for 1, 2, 3, 4, and the line's ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 14:32 on 4, making that score not to 2. Scores not to 1, not to 2.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
nothing across the board. Last night I turned on ESPN, they had pillow fight championships. That reminded me a lot of pillow fighting championships. Pillow fighting.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, use your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing across the board.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, use your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on one with a 357 on 2, making that score not to 2. So we are not to 2, not to 2. Shot 10. Oh, sorry, shot 8. Looking at the wrong line.
Line ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .353 on 1, beaten by the 346 on 2. That shot and win the Crazy K. We have nothing on 3 and a 1407. That shot and win for Crazy May.
Oh, yeah.
Hands up, guns down range for all the targets.
Wow.
Alright, my hand judges come to the line. Is Dead on Daisy on 1. JD Derringer on 2. Slow on 3. Smoke Wagon Kid on 4. And Blazing Bob on 5. Dead on Daisy on 1, JD Derringer on 2, Slow on 3, the Smoke Wagon Kid on 4, Blazing Bob on 5. I need a volunteer hand judge for 6, and I need an announcer.
And a range master.
And a range master. We need a little bit of everything.
Keep faith, we got the range.
Those are his.
Hand judges on 3 and 4.
Whoa, you're on 4.
Alright, I have shooters, I have hand judges, load and make ready.
Load and make ready to given.
Alright, hand judges are down. Gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Alright, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. .882 on 1, nothing on 2. Nothing on 3 with a 712 on 4. 1028 on 5, nothing on 6.
gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $8.42 on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3 with a $7.14 on 4, $9.66 on 5, but it's edge up with an $8.12 on 6. 2 to not to 2, 1 to 1.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 with a 12. Oh, overtime. On 2. Nothing on 3, 4, or 5 with an 8.46 on 6. Changes that score up 11-6 to 1 to 2.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 with an 11.40 on 2. We got a 6.55 on 3, then the hit on 4. 8.61 on 5, but it's edge up with an 8.13 on 6 for shot win to Gypsy Girl. Look at that. Look at that grouping.
Yeah, that's nice and tight, isn't it?
Yeah. Look that long guy.
All right, 5 and 6, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This line is for you. The line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 with an 11.84 on 2. Ties them up 2 to 2. We got a 6 flat on 3 that beats the 7.58 on 4. Ties them up 2 to 2. We are sudden death. Sudden death.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 with an 11.54 on 2 for shot win to Sharpshooter Sarah. We got a 6.93 on 3 that beats the 7.19 on 4 for shot win to Smokey Bear.
Unload, showcase.
We need 5 volunteer hand judges, so if you just shot, you can turn around and hand
All
judge.
right, hands off
5
guns.
of them.
1
5
foot down
volunteers. 1 and 2 are shooting a normal round. We got Dead on Daisy and J.B. Derringer down there shooting a normal round. Then we got a 5 round with Slow, Smoke Wagon Kid, and Blazing Bob. We need 5 volunteer hand judges. We got 1, 33.
All right, I have shooters. I have hand judges. Load and make ready.
Load and make ready has been given.
I can't get in front of those vehicles. Why?
Listen, you know all them police officers, they can't put you in armor here.
Hey, the one time at the bus got to get there, I said, you're missing the car in the morning. So I thought,
Yeah, there you go.
he said, don't do it.
All right, my hand judges are down. The line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got a 10.56 on 1 with no answer on 2. We got a 5.02 on 3 for shot win to Slow.
All right, We'll move Smoke Wagon Kid to 3 and Blazing Bob to 4.
Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna say bye. 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 Do you need a hand tools or anything? You got anybody? All right.
All right, load and make ready.
3 and 4, load and make ready.
We have a hit at 1 o'clock on 3.
Notated hit on 3.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. The line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 with a 432 on 2. Ties them up 1 and 1. 451. Edges out that 678.
Here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 10-13 on 1. Edged out by that 438 on 2. Nothing on 3 or 4. 1 to 2. 1 to 9.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 994 on 1. No answer on 2. Ties them up 2 to 2. Something them. We got a 450 on 3. That edges out that 675 on 4. Brings that score up 2 to 9.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line's ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 or 2, but we got a 403 on 3, edging out that 698 on 4 for a shot and win to the Smoke Wagon Kid.
3 and 4, unload choke there.
We're still sudden death down there, sudden victory on 1 and 2.
All right, 3 and 4, 3. 1 and 2. This line's for you. The line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $957 on 1. Edged out by that 475 on 2 for a shot and win to JD Derringer.
Unload choke there. All right, hands off done. 1-6 down range.
Yeah, I got the fold and everybody said.
Alrighty, round four. We got S Lady on 1 with Deadeye Daisy on 2. Blazing Bob on 3 with Little Smoky on 4. Sour Match Kid on 5 with Easy Money on 6. These are your shooters. S Lady 1, Dead on Daisy 2, Blazing Bob 3, Little Smoky 4, Sour Mash Kid 5, Easy Money 6. Hand judges, here we go. Hummingbird on 1, Kid Bacon 2, Blue Hawk on 3 with the Matanzas Kid on 4, Johnny Creekside on 5 with S-Man on 6. We need a range master. You are on 2, Kid Bacon. Looks like the Smoke Wagon Kid has the range.
Alright, need shooters on 3 and 4. And hand judge on 4.
Easy money.
Take your time, we got all day. It's not gonna
Little Smoke, you're on 4. Shoot. Blaze and Bob is on 4. Shooting.
On 3.
Hurry up, sorry.
Come on, 3. Here, just a shooter on 5 and the line's full. Alrighty, gunfighters. Our hand judges to the line. Shooters are to the line. Shooters, load and make ready.
Load and make ready's been given.
I didn't sandbag you. Alrighty, gunfighters. Our hand judges are down. Our shooters are ready. Line is ready.
Alright, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got 768, that beats that 960. 684 on 3, nothing on 4, 5, or 6. Check the pulls there, Smokey.
Gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Alright, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got nothing on 1 with a 1273 on 2. Nothing on 3 with a 1425 on 4. 101, 101. Not to know. Alright, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $790 on 1, edges up and no hit on 2. We got a 783 on 3, moves to 1474. Still looking for the turn on 5 and 6.
Alrighty, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 or 2. We got a 7-15 on 3 with no answer on 4, 5, or 6. That's going to be shot window, blazing bomb. Feel the burn.
Alright, gunfighters. Lanes 3 and 4. Can they step off the line? 5 is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1 with an 11-34 on 2. Ties them up, sudden death. We got nothing on 5 with a 379 on 6.
Alrighty, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $833 on 1. Edges out that 1098 on 2. Shot and win to S Lady. Oh, we got a hand up.
Alright, shooters, we have times at the table.
415 on 5, no answer on 6. Ties up. Well done. S Lady is the winner on 1 and 2, and we are 1-1 on 5 and 6.
Alright, one row test line real quick. Hands off guns!
Hands off guns.
Try light.
Alright.
Test light, test light.
Back of it. Hit it with
Hit
metal.
it with the metal.
Get a picture that time? No.
Alright, gunfighters, check it.
All right, 5 and 6, and the only ones left shooting. 1-1, and it's shot number 7.
Alrighty, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 5 with a 410 on 6. 1 and 2.
Fast.
Alrighty, fast hands, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No hits.
Come on, Simon, get back in.
Alrighty, gunfighters, line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No hits. 1 and 2. Shot number 10 coming up.
Alrighty, gunfighters. Rip 'em. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 5 with a 379 on 6 for shot win to easy money.
We have to do that every time.
Alrighty, coming up to the line, we got JD Derringer on 1 with the Smoke Wagon Kid on 2. Gypsy Girl on 3 with Crazy May on 4. Sharpshooter Sarah on 5 with Slow on 6. These are your hand judges. JD on 1. Smoke Wagon Kid on 2. Gypsy Girl on 3 with Crazy May on 4. Sharpshooter Sarah on 5 with Slow on 6. I need a new range master.
I got it.
Blazing Bob is taking a range. Coming up to the line. Coming up here to the line to shoot, we got Hummingbird 1, Kid Bacon 2, Blue Hawk 3, the Matanzas Kid 4, Creekside on 5 with S-Man on 6.
Concentrate on him. He's a new shooter.
You're out of 1.
Alright, load and make ready.
Load and make ready has been given.
Judges are down, line's ready.
All right, shooter. Here comes your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1 or 2. We got a 947 on 3. Nothing on 4 or 5 with a 490 on 6.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1 or 2. We got a 938 on 3. Nothing on 4 or 5 with a 523 on 6. 3 and 6 came to play.
I found it. Don't toss me.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1 or 2. We got a 976 on 3 that edges out that 981 on 4 for shot and win to Blue Hawk. Nothing on 5 with a 502 on 6 for shot and win to S-Man.
3, 4, 5, 6 freeze. Sights 1 and 2 only. Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Four 37 on 1. No hit on 2. 1 to 0.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits. Shot 8 coming up. Shot number 8.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No hits.
Line is ready.
Alrighty, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on one with a 5:31 on two. Ties them up 1-1 going into shot number 10.
Ooh, doggy, this game.
Line ready.
Alright, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on one with a 5:27 on two for a shot and win to Kid Bacon.
Unload choke grip, please.
Alrighty, our next set of hand judges, we got Crazy K on one with Cherokee Bill on two, Lone Horse on three with Mindy on four, Smokey Bear on five, and a volunteer on six. Crazy K on one, Cherokee Bill on two, Lone Horse on three, Mindy on four, Smokey Bear on five with a volunteer on six. Need an announcer.
Load them up ready.
Those big man's been given.
Alright, load them up.
Nice shot.
Alright, here we go. Hand touch it down, my ready.
Alright, that fires here for the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on one, 452 on two. We got an 837 on three, beating out that 1091 on four. We got a 1277 on five, but it sieged out by that 508 on six.
Line's ready.
You got fires here from your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on one, a 437 on two. We got an 859 easing out that 1158 on four. We got a 1061 on five, but it's beat out by a 565 on six. Not to two, two to not, and not to two.
Line is ready.
Alright, you got fighters here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on one or two, a 931 on three. That shot and win to Gypsy Girl. We got a 1438 on five, but it's beat out by that 568 on six. That shot and win to Slow. And here on one and two, they're still battling out. Scores not to two.
3, 4, 5, 6 freeze. Right for 1 and 2 only. Line's ready.
Alright, again, fighters here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 417 on 1, no answer on 2. 1 to 2. JD's down there going, not quite yet. Leading, but I put tourniquet on.
Line's ready.
Here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1 and a 411 on 2. Shot in the window. Smoke Wagon Kid.
Hands up, guns down range.
We got 5 shooters up there. They're already there. We're going to need 5 volunteer hand judges. 5 volunteer hand judges. If you get shot, please turn around and hand judge. Yeah. 3, 4, 5 will be in a buy round.
Load make them ready.
Load make ready's been given.
Write that down. Don't forget it.
Oh, hit the plate?
Yeah. Damn.
Now you tell me.
It's a new concept.
All right, hand judges are down. This line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here comes the man. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 382 on 1, beating out that 960 on 2. And 3, 4, and 5, they're going to try it again. 1 bullet, 1 simple job.
I told you.
Fired.
Just hit the plate. 1250 would have taken it. All right, here we go again. Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here comes the man. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. The other one we're going to talk about is that 586 on 5 down here. And Smokey Bear takes the bye.
Touch Smokey Bear. Touch it.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here comes command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 373 on 1. That's all we're going to talk about.
Okay, line's ready.
All right, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 364 on 1 with no answer on 2. That's shot to win to Crazy K. We got a 979 on 3, but it's beat out by the 550 on 4. We're all done down there on 1, 2, 3, 4. You're at 1.
1, 2, freeze for 3 and 4 only. Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 562 on 4, no answer on 3, not to 2. on the line. Shooters set. Yeah, 1061 on 3, but speed by 570 on 4. Shot and win to Mindy. Stay tuned for the next round.
Whatever he told you to do, he's doing. Okay, he's not hitting the board. Give her several chances. Pull the targets, down range. Hands off guns.
Take those orders, we're in the wrong order.
Take that, get dyslexic. At least the wind kicked down.
All right, round 5. Johnny Creekside, lane 1. Dead on Daisy, lane 2. The Matanzas Kid, lane 3. Lone Horse, lane 4. Crazy May, lane 5. And JD Derringer, lane 6. Once again, Johnny Creekside 1. Dead on Daisy 2. Matanzas Kid 3. Lone Horse 4. Crazy May 5. JD Derringer 6. Hand judges, Sour Mash Kid 1, going to be an announcer. Hummingbird 2. Sharpshooter Sarah 3. Cherokee Bill 4. Little Smoky 5 and S Lady on 6. Once again, Crazy Mayor, she's on 5. Hand judges, Sour Mash 1. Hummingbird 2. Sharpshooter Sarah 3. Cherokee Bill 4. Little Smoky 5 and S Lady 6.
JD, put your glasses on. And we got somebody up in here? Okay. Oh, didn't make them ready.
Am I shooting?
Hold up the shooters.
Should be Johnny Creekside 1, Dead on Daisy 2. The Matanzas Kid on 3, Lone Horse 4, Crazy May 5, and JD Derringer on 6. Hand judges should be Sour Mash on 1, Hummingbird 2, Sharpshooter Sarah on 3, Cherokee Bill on 4, Little Smoky on 5, and S Lady on 6.
All right. Looks good to me. Go and make them ready. Yes.
Yeah. No, I got some there. I just
What do you need?
I got it.
I could use a pen if you got one. Okay. You all set down here?
Yeah, that top pocket to the left. Yep, right there.
Okay, everybody's ready. Hand judges are down. This line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Alright, we got nothing on 1, we got 1045 on 2. 727 on 3 beats the 1070 on 4. Nothing on 5 and a 443 on 6. So not the 1, not the 1.
Line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 1074 on 2. Got nothing on 3, a 1088 on 4. Nothing on 5, a 469 on 6. And we got a boot shot on lane 1 that gives shot and win to Dead on Daisy.
That was easy. That's me. Okay, you guys ready? All right. 1 and 2 freeze. Slice for 3, 4, 5, 6, and the line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing 3 and 4, we got 1208 on 5. Nothing 6. So we're 1 to 1 and 1 to 2.
Crazy May.
Line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got nothing on 3, got a 1077 on 3. Got a 1019 on 5, and that white mask one, got 470 on 6. Shot win to JD here.
Yeah, you guys keep going.
So 3 and 4, you are at 1 to 2.
5 and 6 freeze. Slice for 3 and 4 only. Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing.
Line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nada. Alright, shot 7 coming up.
Line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 3, 1147 on 4. Shot and wins a lone horse.
Line looks so clear. Hands off guns, down range, on the target.
Alright, hand judges. I need Blazing Bob on 1, Blue Hawk on 2, S-Man on 3, Slow on 4, Smoke Wagon Kid on 5, and Easy Money on 6. I am going to need a announcer, please.
And a range master.
And a range master.
It looks like you are. It's a weird feeling when it goes off down the lake. Okay, I'm leaving my trousers up. I'll pull a Mick Jagger. My trousers, I hope my trousers can't fall down. Hold on, I'll take the reins. Gypsy, I'll take the reins.
All right, JD's your range master. He's coming. Easy's coming.
See that light down there?
Yes.
That light comes.
All right, load and make ready.
There's the load and make ready command.
be half as accurate as this one right here, I'll be all right.
Do my best not to shoot it. I am a rookie. I'm certified. I'm giving you money.
Transfer that, wire that to Zelle.
Take Venmo, yeah. All right, your line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. All right, we have no time on 1, a 4:31 on 2. No times 3, 4, or 5, but the 6 comes in with the 709.
Line is ready.
No, wait, we're not ready yet.
Your line is ready. I looked at you and knew I was supposed to say something.
I was standing.
Well, you
All right,
standing up don't count,
gunfighters. Who knew slow
He
was
looks,
standing?
yeah. He looks like he's standing up when he's sitting down.
Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. All we want to talk about is the 714 down here on lane 6.
Somebody else talked about that problem a little while ago. Getting where we need to push down and down.
Our number is growing.
I'm just glad you're here because I feel like I'm a basketball player now. Hey, slow stand, you know.
There you go, Slow. Now we know where you're at.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. All right, no time on 1, but we have a 4:45 on 2. There's a 13:76 on 3, which is no time. Scratch down, no time 4. Nothing on 5, and a 691 for shot and wind ass lady. She can live right through that round. Score is not to 2 and not to not.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No times on 1 and 2. We have an 1195 on 3, but that's taken down by the 1099 on 4. Changes that score not to 1. Still the gunfight on lanes 1 and 2, where the score is not to 2.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No time on 1. We have a 4:30 on lane 2. Shot win to Hummingbird. There's an 1166 on 3. No answer on 4. Changes the score there. 1 to 1.
All right, 1 and 2 freeze. This flight's for 3 and 4. Your line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 1339 on 3, which doesn't count for that shooter, but we have 1518 on 4, so nothing counts there. All right, we're going into shot number 7, folks.
Yeah.
And the score is 1 to 1.
Your line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set.
Oh, hold on.
All right, I'm going to reset.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .46 on lane 3, no answer on 4, changes the score 2-1.
Oh, they still got more. They're still shooting.
2-1. 2-1 is correct, yep. And we're going into shot number 8.
You big boy go slow so we can hear you. What's your start? That wasn't me, that was somebody else. Hey, line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 11:05 on lane 3, no answer on 4. That shot and win goes to sharpshooter Sarah.
All right, unloaded, show clear. Hands off guns, downrange, 1 and 6 and roll. Now you're getting your times down. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to call those hand judges. Thank you for waiting. Okay, Blazing Bob on 1, Blue Hawk on 2. S-Man is on, oh no, this is our line. Okay, let me just make sure everybody's in the right spot. Blazing Bob, Blue Hawk, S-Man, Slow, Smoke Wagon Kid, and Easy. Okay, hand judges, Mendy on 1, Smokey Bear on 2. Then we have our by-round folks, Crazy K on 3, Gypsy Girl on 4, and Kid Bacon on 5. So, gonna need an announcer. And 1 volunteer on 6. Okay, we got our volunteer. We need an announcer. I'm standing scorekeeper for a second.
Is that by round next? Right?
Yeah, all right, we got our shooters, we got our hand judges. Load and make ready.
Those make ready command has been given.
My regular towel over here. Yeah, I give it to you. Goodness, I don't have enough crap. I got that shit too.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Alright, nothing on 1, 10-20 on 2, nothing 3 or 4. We got 458 on 5, nothing on 6.
Go back, sit in my chair there.
Yeah. I'm coming back.
I'm on the right side of the plate. I'm on the left side. The right side.
Your line is ready.
Alright, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 719 on 1, beating out that 6 and 5, nothing on 3, and a 502 on 4. We got 464 on 5, but it's beat out by a 402 on 6.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1 with a 943 on 2, nothing on 3, and a 508 on 4, nothing on 5 or 6. Our scores right now are 1 to 2, not to 2, and 1 to 1.
Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters are coming to command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 759 on 1, beating out that 871 on 2. We got a 467 on 3, no answer on 4, and nothing on 5 or 6. That changes our scores up with 2 to 2 sudden death on 1 to 2, and 1 to 2 on 3 and 4, and still up 1 to 1 down here on 5 and 6.
Line is ready.
Alrighty, we come to command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Everybody would have talked about lane 3 with a 495, but it's beat out by a 472 on 4. That shot went to slow.
All right, 3 and 4 freeze. This makes for 1, 2, 5, and 6. Your line is ready.
Alrighty, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 712 on 1, beating out that 872 on 2. That shot and win the Blaze and Bob. We got a 413 on 5 with no answer on 6. That's 2 to 1.
All right, this makes for 5 and 6. Your line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing but net. Shot number 8 coming up.
All right, your line is ready.
Alrighty, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Alright, we got a 439 on 5, but it's beat by that 365, waiting for it on 6. We're now tied up 2 to 2.
Line is ready.
Alrighty, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing but net. Shot number 10.
2, next week. Line is ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 2 good hits. 427 on 5, but it's beat by at 376, waiting for it on 6. That shot and win the easy money.
Hands off guns.
Alright, we're going to need 5 volunteer hand judges for this next round. 5 volunteers. There on the line, we have Mindy, he's there, Smokey Bear, Crazy K, Gypsy Girl, and Kid Bacon. 3, 4, and 5 are in a bye right now.
That's right.
Judges on 1 and 2. Everybody's in place. All right, load and make them ready.
Let it make ready, man, say to give it. Alright, incoming command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 6:13 on 1, no answer on 2, nothing on 3, 7:39 on 4, nothing on 5. That means Jits Girl takes the bye round.
Looks like now down to 5. I'm sorry. All right, load to make them ready.
Alright, gunfighters, incoming command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing to talk about.
Line's ready.
Alright, incoming command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 641 on 2, no answer on 1. We got a 380 on 5, beating out that 462 on 6.
Line is ready.
Here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. You got nothing on 1 with a 620 on 2, a 390 on 5, and no answer on 6. Or 1 to 2 and 2 to 9.
Line is ready.
Ready, get the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1 with a 649 on 2. That's shot wind as Smokey Bear. We got 450 on 5, no answer on 6. That's shot wind to Crazy K. Sandbagging it with 450.
We must have one extra. Yeah, how many extras do we have? One? Extra. 34 on 1 and 2. Are they done?
Stand by for
All right,
round
heads
6.
up, down range 1 and 6.
I can't stand up as fast.
Down range, big.
That one was on before I even seen it. Some people use it because they have more of a charge to it. Round 5?
Yeah. righty, round six. Be sure and get a hit. Smoke Wagon Kid, lane 1. Nindy, lane 2. Little Smoky on 3. The Matanzas Kid on 4. Johnny Creekside on 5. And S-Man on 6. Once again, Smoke Wagon Kid 1. Nindy 2. Little Smoky 3. Matanzas Kid 4. Johnny Creekside 5. And S-Man 6. Hand judges, Kid Bacon on 1. Sour Mash Kid 2. Blue Hawk on 3. Cherokee Bill on 4, Crazy May on 5, and Slow on 6. Once again, Kid Bacon 1, Sour Mash 2, Blue Hawk 3, Cherokee Bill 4, Crazy May 5, and Slow on 6. We'll need an announcer.
Bacon's at the head. Hey, young lady, is it you and I? Oh, well, holy smoke! All right.
Bacon shooting?
Bacon's in the head.
He just left. Shooting or hand judging?
I think he was a hand judging, maybe. Was he a hand judging or a shoot? Bacon, hand judging? Yeah, he's hand judging on 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the line for 1.
Get a volunteer on 1.
Volunteer on 1.
So,
Go ahead.
All right, Blazing Bob is your man.
Load make them ready!
Load to make ready command has been given.
Round 6. Put them on the plate. Go 22.
Oh, that intensifies the pressure. You have to hit the target once, or you go to the end of the line.
Right.
I don't like company back there.
Dollar says he's got dibs on that spot. How many shooters you got today? 27? Okay, hand judges are down. This line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got nothing on 1 with a 569 on 2. Nothing on 3 with an 842 on 4. 571 on 5, and nothing on 6.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And the lonely fighter down here on 6 puts up a 483. Early scores are not to 1, not to 1, 1 to 1.
That'll be good. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got nothing on 1 and 2. We got 1196 on 3. Nothing on 4. We got a 412 on 5. Beating the 515 on 6. Scores are not to 1, 1 to 1, 2 to 1.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got a 471 down there on 1, all by himself.
Okay, here we go. Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And we got nothing on 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got a 4-0 and 2 on 5, beating the 591 on 6. That's shot in the wind at Johnny Creekside. Scores on 1 and 2 are 1-1. 3 and 4 is also 1-1.
5 and 6 trees. Lights go 1, 2, 3, 4. Line trade.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice way that this beat all missed. Doing cowboy yoga down there on 1.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. That is 17:53 on 3. All right, scores are now 1-1 and 2-1, and this is shot number 8.
Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We need a paramedic on 2. Someone needs to check on Mindy, make sure he's doing okay. We got a 17:50 on 3. That is shot and win to Little Smoky.
I can do a recovery shot tonight.
Score still 1-1 down there on 1 and 2, and this is shot 9.
3 and 4 freeze. Lights go 1 and 2 only. Line trade.
Gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Well, we'll change that. It's 1-1, shot 10.
Line ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Hey, we got a 458 on 1. That's shot and win the Smoke Wagon Kid.
Hands up, toes down range. Roll the target.
Downrange command has been given.
You need a range master.
Did you see the zebra?
All right, our hand judges coming to the line. JD Derringer on 1, S Lady on 2, Sharpshooter Sarah on 3, Easy Money on 4, Smokey Bear on 5, and Blazing Bob on 6. I'm going to need a range master and announcer. S Man is your master.
And he's bona fide.
Bona fide. Is he a suitor?
All right, we have shooters, we have hand judges, load and make ready.
All right, the load and make ready command's been given.
Hand judges are down, your lodge ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. All right, half the board lit up. There's no times on 1 and 2. We have a 1093 on 3. Answers with an 1123 on 4. There's an 1101 on 5. 561 on 6. So winning shots go to lanes 3 and 6.
Yeah. Here we go. Your line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. All right, nothing on 1 and 2. 10, 08 on 3. No answer on 4. There's an 892 on 5. No answer on 6. She's coming after you. So
That's right.
892. Yeah.
I want the good stuff.
That's a long gun, I believe she's shooting.
Yeah.
There you go, girl.
That's right. That's what I said. You know, I've never been late for a whooping.
Here we go. Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. All right, 379 on lane 1. No answer on 2. There's a 930 on lane 3 for shot and win to Blue Hawk. No times on 5 and 6.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, 3 and 4. Freeze. This for 1, 2, 5, 6. Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nobody comes like that time.
She's shooting fast, man. That's right.
Line's ready.
Gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No time. And we're going into shot number 6.
Come right to me. You got this.
Scores 1 to naught and 1 to 1.
And line's ready.
Gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Alright, no times on 1 and 2, but we have an 830 on 5 and a 559 takes it down on 6. Changes that score 1 to 2.
Line's ready.
Gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing but net.
Line's ready.
Gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Whoa.
Alright, that's another practice shot. Okay, this is shot number 9. Scores 1 to naught and 1 to 2.
Line's ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No times.
Whoa.
So I think that does it then for 5 and 6. Right now? No, she can catch up. Yeah, okay, both 1, 2, 5, and 6. You can tie it up. Scores 1 to naught and 1 to 2.
And the line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Hey, look at what happened. 421 on lane 2 ties it up, and a 1022 on lane 5 ties it up. Okay, what a gunfight here. All right, 3 more shots to break these ties.
Line is ready.
All right, line is ready. Gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No times on 1 and 2, and we have a 9:53 on 5, but the 5:81 on 6 is shot and wind too slow. Great times there, Crazy May. 8s and a 9. Look at you go, that long gun.
5 and 6 freeze. This for 1 and 2 only. Lines ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No times. Got the same time.
This is shot 13. This shot.
No, it's.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's shot 13. If nobody scores here, you both walk away with an X.
Little drum roll. Lines ready.
Okay, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .515 on lane 1. Round of elimination going to Kid Bacon.
Good work.
All right, hands up, guns. 1 and 6. Down range. Roll them.
All right, so our shooters are already up there. We have JD, Derringer on 1, S Lady on 2, Sharpshooter Sarah on 3, Easy Money 4, Smoky Bears on 5, and Blazing Bobs on 6. So they're all in place. So our last line is Hummingbird on lane 1, Lone Horse on lane 2, and our bye round is Dead on Daisy on 3, Gypsy Girl on 4, Crazy K on 5. That's our bye round. Gonna need an announcer. I gotta get on the line.
Basically, you on 5 and 6. You on 5 and 6?
I'm on time.
Okay. Yeah, Judge, you're on 6. You volunteer.
Well, I've been doing it while sitting there.
We have shooters. We have hand judges. Load and make ready. Hand judges are down. Lines ready. They'd eat me for a minute. Table's working. All right, here we go. Lines ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 487 on 1, nothing on 2, 1206 on 3, gets beat by 4, flat on 4, 578 on 5, nothing on 6.
And the line's ready.
All right, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 793 on 2, 1167 on 3, nothing on 4, 633 on 5, beating out 699 on 6.
Lines ready. Whoop.
Oh,
Question?
good shot. Okay.
You good?
Yep.
All right. Now, lines ready.
All right, here's the new command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 755 on 2, 1147 on 3, no answer on 4, 669 on 5, beating out 703 on 6, John Flint, Smoky Bear. Down there on 1 and 2, it's 1 to 2, 3 and 4, it's 2 to 1.
Only got one more shot, so I might as well take it.
5 and 6, 3. Just for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lines ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .455 on 1, beating out 657 on 2, nothing on 3 or 4. 22 is now 3 to 2, sudden death, 2 to 1 on 3 and 4.
Here we go. Your line's ready.
Here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 457 on 1, beating out 699 on 2, stop in to J.D. Gary.
One and 2, 3. So for 3 and 4 only. Lines ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 1495 on 3, nothing on 4, but actually nothing on either.
Go. Lines ready.
All righty, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Where was that?
Here we go. Lines ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
It looked like it hit.
Alright, here we go. Lines ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Come on, sir. Right down.
Killing me over here.
Oh.
This is number 10. I can't get down.
Lines ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Alright, shot 10, shot went to sharpshooter Sarah.
Right hands up, gun. 1 and 6.
What happened?
I couldn't stop laughing.
We're gonna need 5 volunteer hand judges. Get on these Kip Screw and Crazy K are in a buy round.
4, 5. This is your loaded for a buy round. 1 or 2, regular round. Load and make ready.
Load and make ready, have been given.
Hinge jets are down. Your line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Got nothing on 1 and 2, got 993 on 3, 795 on 4, nothing on 5, so 795 on 4 for shot and win of the buy round. Gypsy Girl. Alright, so we're moving them down here. Dead on Daisy's on 5, Crazy K's on 6, Running Birds on 1 down there, Lone Horses on 2.
Right, load and make ready.
Let's make ready, have it given again.
Here we go. Line's ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. And that was the correct count.
Here we go. Your line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. And the only one we'll talk about is 95 with 1051.
And your line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got nothing on 1, a 1292 overtime on 2. We got 1011 down here on 5, nothing on 6. But not to not, 2.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got nothing on 1, a 1212 on 2. Got a 1020 on 5, nothing on 6. Shot and win the dead on Daisy.
All right, 5 and 6 3, just for 1 and 2 only. Line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1, 1159 on 2. Or it's not the 2.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nada.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Sharpshooters set. Nothing on 1, 11:54 on 2. Shot and win the Lone Horse.
Hands up,
That
guys.
concludes the main match.
1-6 down the range and roll them, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this down here. 23rd place, Tire Match Kid. 22nd place, Hummingbird. 21st place, Little Smoky. 20th place, Cherokee Bill. 19th place, Crazy May. 18th place, the Mantanzas Kid. 17th, Johnny Creekside. 16th, Easy Money. 15th, S Lady. 14th, Mindy. 13th, S-Man. 12th, Kid Bacon. 11th, Crazy K. 10th, Sharpshooter Sarah. 9th, Dead on Daisy. 8th, the dreaded 8th place, Blue Hawk. 7th place, Blazing Bob. 6th place, Lone Horse. 5th place, Smoky Bear. 4th place, Slow. 3rd place, Smoke Wagon Kid. 2nd place, J.D. Derringer. And our number 1 seed, and clean with the long gun, Gypsy Girl. All right, since this is my match, I am doing a Fab 5 this year. So the ladies, y'all will be shooting separate from the guys. So just give me a minute to figure out who's where, who's my seating. seating's going to go like this for the ladies. Then I'll figure out the men's and I'll do the ladies shoot. The number 1 seed is going to be Gypsy. Number 2 is Lone Horse. Number 3 is Blue Hawk. 4 is Sharpshooter Sarah. And our 5th seed will be S Lady.
So,
I can get 2 volunteer hand judges, a range master, and then I need S Lady and Sharpshooter Sarah. And Sarah, you get the lane choice. Kid Bacon's going to take the range. Just need a couple volunteer hand judges.
All right. Good luck, ladies. One. Okay. Let's do this.
All right, I have shooters, I have hand judges, load back ready.
Yes, please. Here goes nothing, and I need that. Ready?
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $12.76 on 1. Beat out by $7.30 on 2.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 2 at $12.98 on 1. Tied 1-1. I'm sorry, that's not a good time. Sorry, overtime.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $11.64 on 1. Beat out by the $8.38 on 2. Not the 2.
okay.
U6.
U7. E6, U7.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set.
Unload circle.
$13.67 on 1. Beat out by the $7.94 on 2. Shot win to the S Lady. All right, Miss Sarah, you're going to slide over here to 3 and 4, and then you'll have to relax.
Holster, hands off gun. Walk down there, and you'll advance, stay.
Hang on, not with those glasses, I won't.
Yeah, you'll wait for the next opponent.
Next victims, please.
All right, that's going to bring up Blue Hawk. She's going to take lane. Look. She's going to take 2. S
All
Lady's going to be
right,
on
shooters
1.
and hand judges, load back ready.
I'm ready. Let's see. 1 second, I got
Here we go. The line is ready.
All right, gunfighter, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 772 on one, nothing on two.
All right, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $780 on one, 1018 on two. 2 to 9.
All right, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $792 on one, beats the 990 on two. Got one to the S lady. So that's going to bring Blue Hawk on over here to 3 and 4, which she'll have lane choice. And that's going to bring up my next shooter, which will be one horse. One horse, you have lane choice. And 2 volunteer hand judges, please. 2 volunteer hand judges. And while we're waiting on that, I'll go ahead and give you the men's update here. We got JD Derringer's number 1 seed. Smoke Wagon Kid is 2. Slow is 3. Smoky Bear is 4. Lace Bob is 5. We'll drop down here. Crazy K is 6. And Kid Bacon got number 7.
Well, hot dog. Sun even shines on the dog test. All right, our hand judges, I have shooters loaded and ready.
Wait off what you need.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 748 on one, beats the 1065 on two. 1276 overtime on three, beat out by the 1015 on four.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 762 on one, beats the 1097 on two. 1453 overtime on three, nothing on four. So 2 to not to 1.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready. Oh, Sandy.
Say something.
All right. All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $799 on lane 1, beats the no hit on 2, shot win to the S lady. Got no hit on 3 and a 973 on 4 for her second peg. It's not 2 on 3 and 4.
All right, 1 and 2 free. 3 and 4. Line is you. The line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 11:38 overtime on 3. He's beat out by 10:09 on 4. Shot win to Blue Hawk. Short Shooter Center, congratulations, you finished 5th place today.
Alright, hands off gun.
You done?
Time you showed up and did some work. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, Dixie, which one?
You know you're moving.
Put your tent on one. Yeah, right.
I have shooters, I have hand judges, load weapons.
Okay, that brings Gypsy up. Gypsy takes lane 1, Best Lady on 2, Lone Horse takes 3, and leaves Blue Hawk on 4.
Alright, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 7:28 on 2, 13:79 overtime on 3, beat out by 9:55 on 4. So not to 1, not to 1.
Alright, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 7:24 on 2. Nothing 3, 10:32 on 4. Not to 2, not to 2.
Makes it easy. Alright, gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 7:33 on 1 beats to 7:61 on 2. 11:67 on 3, but not quite fast enough for that 9:80 on 4. Shot win to Blue Hawk. Lone Horse, congratulations, you finished 4th place today.
3, 4, 3, 1 and 2. This line is skewed, line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here's your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 6:90 on 2 for shot win to this lady. All right, so this is how this is gonna run here.
Alright, hands off guns, downrange.
You didn't have a test yesterday.
You gotta still shoot Blue Hawk.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah. All right, you and me. You want to stay there, or is that easier? Let's read it now.
Alright, I have shooters, I have hand judges, load weapons.
Gypsy on 3, Blue Hawk on 4.
All right, gunfighters. Here we go. The line is ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set.
Oh, it's ringing in my ear.
All right. Boot shot, lane 3. Shot and win, Blue Hawk.
Oh, good.
All right.
What the heck? I watched your hand move
So,
and I
if
went,
I can get a range master over here, I want to go ahead and bring. No, not you. I just need a range master to take over range.
I did that to myself.
Get lane choice.
startled me.
Lane 1 and 2. This lady, you're gonna move over here to 3 and 4. Blue Hawk, you still have lane choice. If she's staying where she's at. So this lady, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the men up. Get them started.
We need a range master.
We need a range master up here.
Downrange.
Get. Oh. All right, slow take over the range. Okay. Or you take it.
I'll take range.
All right, come on, slow. She's gonna take range. Yeah, slow's eventually shooting, so yeah. All right. Kid Bacon. You're, I guess, on lane 2.
2 volunteers.
Need two. I need 2 hand judges up here for 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm starting the bins now. That way we can keep it rolling.
I already got one egg, so
All right, shooters. We have hand judges. Load make ready.
All right, let him make ready and begin.
that ain't happening.
Hand judges down. Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Man, that was a practice shot. I'm here to get my scorekeeper over here.
Line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 401 on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3, 965 on 4.
I'm moving my foot half an inch.
Line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. $393 on 1, nothing on 2. Got $754 on 3, leads to $945 on 4. So 2 to 9, 1 to 1.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing 1, 2, or 3. Got a 922 down here on 4. 2 to 9, 1 to 2.
On the edge. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's down between.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing 1 and 2. 717 on 3 leads to 814 on 4. We're now tied 2-2, sudden death on 3 and 4. Do not on 1 and 2.
We did it 1 o'clock.
Line's ready.
Here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Got nothing on 1, a 4 flat on 2. 735 on 3, beats the no hit on 4 for shot and win to S Lady.
All right, that's lady.
Congratulations, Blue Hawk, you finished 2nd place. And congratulations, S Lady, you got number 1. You shot from 5th seed to number 1 seed.
All right, 3 and 4, freeze. 1 and 2 only. Line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Three, 78 on 1, nothing on 2. Shot and win to Crazy K. All right, Bacon, slide on over here to hang out at 3 and 4. That's going to bring up Blaze and Bob. Bob, you get main choice.
And up back down, ready to roll them.
Mom, what lane you taking?
1, 2. No, I want 2.
4.
Sure,
you look like a 1 guy.
Yeah,
I was taking 6.
I don't like 2. I don't like 1.
See, there you go. Lane 7. Slow horse is going to hand judge out lane 7. Lane 7. I said tell long horse because lane 7.
Hey, little horse, you're on 7.
And the original lane 7.
Yeah, I'm
You
second.
take a look.
Let's go about 7.
Lane 7 is your chair.
Go right in the chair. Yeah.
I shoot 1, 2 only right now?
Yep.
Okay. Now.
Get another hand judge up here so we can keep rolling. I got a hand judge.
2. No, not yet. We will have.
All right, Lord, make ready.
Load make ready has been given. Need to crowd him a little bit more than that, Kay. I said you need to crowd him a little bit more with that thing. Throw him off.
Line's ready.
All right, gunfighters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 392 on 1, beats to 699 on 2. Shoot move 1 to 9.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing on 1, 707 on 2, 1.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $395 on 1, nothing on 2, 2 to 1.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No hits. 2-1.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 402 on 1. He's going to hit on 2. Shot to win. Crazy K. Alright, Bob, that's going to bring you down here to 3 and 4 where you get lane choice. And that's going to bring up Smokey Bear. Smokey, you get lane choice.
Gonna need 2 more hand judges. Hands up, guns. Down range, roll them. 4.
Alright, so we got Crazy King on 1. Smokey Bear on 2. Get Bacon on 3. Ladies and Bob on 6.
I don't like nobody. I judge everybody. And if you're on a dog, you get judged twice. I'm telling you. Equal opportunity abusing.
If shooters and hand judges, let them make ready.
Hey, that's a concept.
Ready. Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Three, 78 on 1, nothing on 2 or 3, 6, 99 on 4. 1 to not 20.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .380 on 1, nothing on 2, 3, or 4. So 2 to not to 1.
Yeah, shouldn't have left him up there on 1. He's only 1 now.
Here we go. Your line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And the whole board lit up. 390 on 1 beats to 616 on 2. Shot wind. Crazy K.
Nice job, Kay.
469 on 3 beats to 728 on 2.
1, 2, 3. So
3
3
beats
and
to
4
728
only.
on 4. They're now 1 to 1.
And your line's ready.
And here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 1, 753 on 2. 1 to 2.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. That's on 3, 7, 12 on 4. Shot to win. Double A.
Good job, Bob.
Kid Becky, congratulations. You finished 7th place today.
Hands up, guns.
Alright, so that's going to bring on up, let's get Smokey. Slow! Slow, you have lane choice. Looks like Bob staying there on, he's on 3. Smokey's on 4.
Gonna give you shit, you don't either side I choose, so you might as well.
Hey, shooters, hand judges, let's make ready.
Oh, hell yeah. You know why? Because it doesn't matter.
Say that after the third time.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Here we go. Your line's ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got nothing on 1 and 2, 748 on 3, nothing on 4.
48. I don't need 7.
Me too.
I guess I display one.
You broke it, huh? Bob broke it.
Here we go. Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Alright, nothing 1, 2, 3, got a 595 on 4. So not to not, 1 to 1.
What did he shoot?
No choice. It's either everything I got or nothing.
Line's ready.
I agree on
Here
it.
come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Timers here out again. Got a 715 on 3, but not quite fast enough for that. 661 on 4. So, 1 and 2, they're still trying to find a plate down there. 3 and 4, they're 1 to 2. That's man.
Here we go. Want to fix the line?
You want to fix the line?
Yeah.
Hands off guns.
Just let me check it.
Hands off guns. Downrange.
I like when I don't know what it is.
Yeah, me too. Because I know I'm shooting slow.
Test light.
Here it comes. There we go. Good time.
We're back in business.
Gotta shoot that one there.
That's the fastest he'll ever go. Yeah, that was a 326.
Alright, everybody loaded.
Check the weapons.
Check if you need to. Line's ready.
Alright, here come the commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 371 down there on 1. Nothing 2, 3 or 4.
Keep right in the belly.
Now 1 or 2 sides hit 3 or 4.
Nice shot.
208.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Nothing 1 and 3. 665 on 3, but not quite fast enough. That 637 waiting for it on 4. Shot wins. Smokey Bear. Congratulations, Bob. You finished 6th place today.
Lucky as that.
Alright, 3, 4, 3. 1 and 2. Line's ready.
Alright, gunfighters, here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Another long ball, 4 coming down on the 2. Down on the ball. Slow back to the extra line.
Here we go, your line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. $385 on 1, nothing on 2. 2-1.
Line's ready.
Here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 383 on 1, that's on 2. Shotgun, the Crazy K. Alright, so that's going to bring you on down over here. 3 or 4, you get lane choice. It's Smokey. That's going to bring up Smoke Wagon Kid, he gets lane choice.
Hands up, gun!
Looks like he's going to take lane 1. That's the Crazy
well
K over on 2. Slow's going to take lane. Take lane.
3 is good.
You take a 3? Okay, Slow's on 3. Smokey Bear stays on 4.
And we gotta do it in 10. Train this puppy. Train puppy. Go ahead, go finish. Get a hand judge on 4. We got one coming. One horse is coming. We got it.
All right, let him make ready.
Alright, looks like I got Smoke Wagon 1, Crazy K 2, Slow 3, Smokey Bear. Alright, gunfighters, here could be bananas. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. That's on 1 3, 64 on 2, 5 22 on 3, that's on 4. 5 on 1.
Ready?
Alright, gunfighters, here comes bananas. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Four, 3 on 1, but not quite fast enough. Then 3, 7, 8, next one on 2. 5, 18 on 3, nothing on 4. That's what, a 9 to 2 or 2 to 9.
Nice.
Ready?
Here comes bananas. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Yep.
Lines ready?
Here comes bananas. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. And on 12 on 3, the shot wins. The slow.
Got it.
Smokey Bear, congratulations, you finished 5th place.
All right, ready for freeze. This is for 1 and 2 only. Lines ready.
Here comes your bananas. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 4, 29 on 1, that's on 2. 1 to 2 next.
Lines ready.
Here comes your bananas. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. That's on 1, 3, 79 on 2. Shot wins. Crazy. And that's going to bring up our number 1 seed.
Hands up, guys!
J.D. Derringer. JD, you got lane choice to take a
We'll
one.
be there, I'll go there. It don't matter to me.
I got JD Derringer on 1, Crazy K on 2. Smoke Wagon Kid on 3, and Slow on 4. And your winner for the Magnuson 7 is up on the line now. Which one of these, and I use the term very close to the gentleman or that.
One red lady has been given.
I'll watch you.
Oh, you just put the chutzpah on my animal, did you? You don't have to say a word. I see the look on your face, woman. You done screwed my animal up, didn't you? Holy crap. Handguns are down. Line ready.
All right, again, fighters. Here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 14 on 1, no answer on 2. We got a 432 on 3 with no answer on 4.
The right side of the phone, huh? Right side. Line ready.
All right, here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. What we're going to talk about that 409 down there on 1.
Line ready.
All right, here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 446 on 1. We just beat out that 374 waiting for it on 2. 2-1 down there, and 3 and 4. There's the skill command.
You can miss one.
Line ready.
All right, here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 434 on 1, but it's beat out by the 389 on 2. Brings us up to sudden death down there on 1 2.
No, I didn't
Said you
bring
could
it.
miss one.
That's a perfectly good phone.
Look who has the handgun. Your line's ready.
All right, here comes the command. Shooters on line. Shooters set. We got a 404 on 1. That's shot wind at J.E. Darren.
5 for 5 to do shoot.
1, 2, 3. This is 3 and 4. Line ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got 425 on 3 with no answer on 4. Shoot it out.
And in the future, I'll keep that to myself.
When you're done choking, load, would you? All right, then, fighters. Your line's ready.
I don't have enough shit.
All right, good fighters. Here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We've got 418 on 3. We got 461 on 4. That's not Windows. That's Wagon Kid. That means Smokey finished up 4th place.
All right.
Stand up, guns.
I'm telling you.
Alright, so who we got left up there? Smoke Wagon Kid and Crazy K. And Smoke Wagon Kid got lane choice.
That's a good trick.
All right, load back ready.
So make ready command's been given.
fighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Up there.
Line ready.
All right, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Things to make you go.
Line ready.
All right, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Line ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. There we go. We got nothing on 3, but a 372 on 4. Check that target. You could be cheating.
Line ready.
All right, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Nothing on 3 and 375 on 4. Not to 2.
Line ready.
All right, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Line ready.
All right, again, fighters, here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Two good hits, 402 on 3 minutes beat up at 344 on 4. And shot win, Crazy K.
Whoa! 344. Whoa!
Hands up, guys.
Ain't even gonna try.
I caught the white on that one.
Whoa!
All right, that means Smoke Wagon Kid finished up 3rd place, buddy. All right, so that's going to give us JD Derringer and Crazy K. JD Derringer has lane choice.
Need one more volunteer hand judge, please. Alright, good hand judges. Load make ready now, boys.
Load make ready's been given. All right, these two shooting off Crazy K has 1X, JD clean. Crazy K wins, 1 flop side, do it again. JD wins, well, it's over.
Line's ready.
All right, again, fighters, it's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 420 on 3, just keep back, 370 on 4.
Move. Line's ready.
Here come your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. .421 on 3, but it's beat out by 373 on 4.
Line ready.
Here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 442 on 3. Goes Dancer on 4. Gave JD his first peg. He's like, I don't want to die yet.
Line's ready.
All right, here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 437 on 3, no answer on 4, brings them up to 7 dead. Here comes your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Your line is ready.
All right, young players, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Huh. Go back there.
Your line's ready.
All right, here comes your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got a 431 on 3, no answer on that 4. That shot and win to JD Derringer. That means Crazy K, you finished up second place. JD Derringer, you took first place today. Congratulations.